What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and news report for Friday, April 23rd. Another stimulus check is gaining a little bit more support as many Americans are currently running out of their $1,400 payments. We know President Biden is now more focused than ever on getting his infrastructure bill done. We know Democrats are a little bit divided over the Republicans' $568 billion infrastructure proposal that they released yesterday. The report of doubling the capital gains tax is actually causing many stocks and cryptocurrencies to sell off. That's what happened yesterday. We're seeing a little bit of a bounce back right now, but it's still a little bit mixed. And experts say that the $3,600 child tax credits couldn't come at a better time. So that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Friday. If you are, make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Now, with all the latest news coming out lately regarding a possible tax hikes, or one or more possible tax hikes in multiple different areas, increased COVID cases around the world, and the average American suffering because they are running out of money, many lawmakers are saying that Congress must do more. We cannot sit around on our hands and just watch as the American people suffer. Many people right now, okay, here's the stories that we're getting out this morning that are coming out. Many people decided to put their money, their $1,400 stimulus checks, into the stock market. If you remember, I told you guys that putting money, investing into the stock market is a good idea. However, I would not put in all $1,400. I would put in a smaller amount and just kind of trickle in, because it's not a guarantee that you make money in the short term. Here's what we are hearing. Right now, many people put their money into the stock market in order to turn their $1,400 into just a little bit more, maybe $1,500, maybe $1,800, possibly $2,000 or more. However, after the news broke yesterday that the Biden administration is planning to almost double the capital gains tax to just under 40%, the entire stock market began to sell off. The entire thing, even cryptocurrencies. What I can tell you is that the average American, the average trader, decided to, as the market was selling off, they decided to sell. What happened was a lot of these people that put in their $1,400 stimulus checks into the stock market now have less money than they did when they started. So maybe they have $1,200, $1,000, maybe only $700. Right now, it's a big issue because they don't have the money that they were provided. Here's what we know. One expert this morning is saying, and I quote, "When the American people aren't being taken care of, or they turn to speculative trading like we are seeing now, this is a recipe for disaster, as it is transferring money from the average American into the hands of the more wealthy ones once again." And this is exactly what we've been seeing. This isn't new. What happens all the time is Congress provides, additional relief. Congress provides something. And the wealthier individuals, the wealthier families, corporations, they figure out a way to get that money. Well, this is the exact same thing. The news of President Biden doing this tax hike to capital gains, this really doesn't impact many people. This impacts a small amount of people because you have to have income of over $1 million per year. But this doesn't impact a lot of people because they don't make over $1 million per year. But yet a lot of these people were selling their stocks because the stocks started to drop. Here's what we know. Right now, some are saying that the American people are hurting because they are not being taken care of fairly. This is why people on Social Security are very upset, because they are not getting anything outside of that stimulus check. They're not getting unemployment benefits. They're not getting this child tax credit that could be coming in July. They're not getting any of that. And this is what a lot of people are saying, is that right now lawmakers need to do more. They need to provide a monthly stimulus check. They are serious about this monthly stimulus check. The more that we see this suffering drag on, the more lawmakers are going to come out of the woodwork and say, yes, we need a monthly stimulus check. We need to provide certainty. A monthly payment provides certainty. And the one thing that the world is experiencing at this time is a load of uncertainty. So this is why experts believe that we need the infrastructure bill to pass as quickly as possible, because this would let us know, okay, what is included into this bill? How much will taxes change and who will they impact? And this right here is where we currently stand. We have the Democratic proposal, which is coming from President Biden, and he wants to see $2.25 trillion in real infrastructure, and then there's about $1 trillion in human infrastructure, which we still haven't even seen the bill on that, or the proposal. That should be unveiled sometime next week. But then we got the Republican proposal. That's for $568 billion. It's a big difference, a far cry from where Democrats are at. But this is what some people are saying, that right now some Democrats are actually divided over this because they feel that the $568 billion is a good start. Even Democratic Mark Warner, he said, I think this is a starting point for discussions, which is exactly what other Democrats are saying as well. This is not the okay, take it or leave it type proposal that Republicans are offering. This is, hey, let's start here and let's see how close we can get to your proposal without losing, many of our voters. So here's what we know. Other Democrats say this was a slap in the face, or this was totally inadequate as far as the Republicans' $568 billion infrastructure bill. But what we know is that many Democrats are concerned that the amount of time to get the larger bill actually passed is going to be too long. So here's what we are being told today. Under a budget reconciliation, the Biden proposal would take months to plan, negotiate, and pass. The Republican proposal could possibly take weeks. So right now it's April 23rd. Okay, so in a couple weeks will be the first week of May. We could see by the first week of May that this entire bill gets passed if it's the Republican proposal. The Democratic proposal chances are it's going to take about 3 months. So we're at the end of April. So end of May, end of June, end of July. Remember what happens in August. Congress goes on recess for pretty much the entire month. So because of that, nothing will happen in August. So this is why those 3 months are critical. But here's what some are saying. Right now, it would make more sense to pass the smaller infrastructure package and get it done with bipartisan support, and then go back and negotiate the larger package possibly after the August recess, but do that through a budget reconciliation. They say this because if they can do that, this would actually be in line with a lot of different things. Okay? Let me explain that. Because here's what we know. If they do a bipartisan package for the infrastructure bill, let's say it's around $1 trillion, and it includes a lot of Republican priorities, and it's more of a Republican bill, if you will. So it's more Republican than Democratic, but the Democrats will come back and they will pass something later, most likely in September, that's going to cover everything else that was missed. And the reason why they want to do that is because they can pass just pure infrastructure now, get bipartisan support on that, and then in September or October do the rest of the bill with a budget through a budget reconciliation, which would most likely be able to include an additional stimulus check if it's needed. It will extend unemployment benefits. It will have an expansion to the child tax credit. Those are going to be additional relief that some lawmakers are fighting for. And this would also give lawmakers more time during their August recess. If they are not going to go on vacation, they can actually go and work with their constituents and figure out what is it that they truly need. What is it that they were lacking over the past few months? And this is where some are saying we would have better ideas, better proposals come September or October. So just keep that in mind, because as of right now, there's a lot of stuff going on. The tax news as of yesterday really threw a wrench in everything that we were doing. This is going to impact retirees and their investments. But what some experts are saying is that the $3,600 child tax credits that will be coming out in July are actually going to be coming at the perfect time. Because we know the chances of an additional stimulus check happening at this time and passing before the August recess are pretty much slim to none. It's very, very likely that a stimulus check would not happen before the August recess. So this is why some are saying that the $3,600 child tax credit is coming at the perfect time. Remember, it's only $3,600 for any child between the ages of 0 and 5, but it's $3,000 per year for any child between the ages of 6 and 17. Remember, that comes out to $250 per month for a child between 6 and 17, that's every child, or $300 per month for every child between 0 and 5. So, yes, you could potentially be getting maybe $1,000 or almost $1,000 if you have 3 kids that are under the age of 5. That would be big to many families. Now, I know that doesn't impact senior citizens. I know that doesn't impact people on Social Security. Doesn't impact people that are single individuals that do not have children. But this is going to help out a lot of people. It's going to pull many children out of poverty. Some experts are currently saying it's going to pull about 50% of children out of poverty. But Democrats also say that if we don't enhance this, if we don't extend it and make it at least go into another year, possibly into 2025, or make it permanent, then all these children that are going to be lifted out of poverty will just go fall right back into poverty within the next couple of years. So that is what we're hearing at this time. But remember, this payment is going to be a monthly payment. And this is what economists are saying is going to be crucial. This will be a lifesaver as this is a monthly guaranteed payment to all parents for at least 6 months. At least 6 months. That's big. And they say that this is what the American people need at this time. What I can tell you at this time is there's a lot of talks, there's a lot of discussions, but the one thing we know is Congress is going to continue to work towards this. Is this going to pass in the next couple weeks or the next month? Chances are no. This will most likely not pass. Chances are, according to the reports this morning, is that Democrats will most likely just push and push and push and not have any type of bipartisan support on this next bill. But again, we will see what happens. As I know more, I promise I'll come back. I will fill you in on all the latest information and updates regarding what is currently going on. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have an incredible Friday. And I'll see you guys on the next one.